All right, well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 24 of 30 Days of Pleasure. I don't know why I said it like that. But anyways, so we're continuing with this week's week 4 of the integration and expansion. The theme is opening to ecstasy as a spiritual, embodied, and deeply personal experience. And today, day 24, which is actually the third day of this week, is ecstatic energy flow. Visualize waves of light moving from your pelvis up your spine to your heart, heart, throat, and crown. Use visualization and imagine ecstatic energy expanding through your body. All right, well, I don't really ever know what these directions mean. I just go with it. And of course, per usual, I'm just going to calm myself down and breathe and then get grounded into my body and then go from there and see what that feels like and looks like. And yeah, so the thought occurred to me that if I had pre-planned this, that I would have thought about some music. But since I didn't, I'm just going to kind of go with it. I saw a video today that a lot of trauma is stored in the hips. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus more on like hip movements today, whether that's up and down, left and right, side to side, So, what does it say? Okay, so the waves of light are moving up my pelvis. So let's start with the waves of light are in my feet. And my feet are flat on the bed because I'm always in the bed. So my feet are flat on the bed, and let's just say that the energy is moving up my feet into my shins. My hands are underneath my butt. My knees are going back and forth, like they're touching each other, and like kind of like clapping, but they're not. They're just touching each other, like that often as a clap. So the movement is just going up my knees, up my leg, up my shins and my calves to my knees. And my knees are like clapping together. Hands underneath the butt. And then now the energy moves down my thighs. So I'm just going to move my knees back and forth to the left and to the right. And now I'm going to put my knees flat on the bed and like move them up and down, kind of like my feet are touching, my knees are going up and down on the bed, kind of like a butterfly movement, and my hands are still underneath my my butt, and I'm just going to do that back and forth for a while, up and down for a while. I'm just gonna do that. Like I'm gonna move my feet down just a little bit just for that what's it called? For the stretch, because yesterday if it was too much, it can feel too much sometimes. So I just put my knees down a little bit further away from my body, so my heels are further away from my body, and then eventually I'll bring them up closer to me. So that's just what I'm doing. I'm gonna need to go slower because it actually kind of hurts. So I'm pausing for a second just to like breathe. Okay. I'm gonna move my hands to the inside of my thighs and just leave them there and just go up and down. And put my hands around my knees and bring my knees closer to my body, kind of like hugging my knees to my body. And then now I'm gonna lay my body flat on the bed. My lower body's flat on the bed. And I am going to, I guess windshield wiper my knees from left to right. That sounds good. Now I'm going to lift my hips up and down off the bed. But not a lot, just like a little. Like maybe a few inches. It feels more like I'm clenching my butt cheeks instead of like actually lifting them off the ground. Just clench a little bit and pull, clench and up. And clench and down and clench and down. Oh, that's good workout. My butt's getting tight. All right, now what? I'm gonna put my hands on my belly and just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, like, I don't know, just up and down, up and down. But not too fast, because then, you get dizzy or like, whatever. But just like up and down, back to tapping my knees together, up. It still made me feel like a little like dizzy, so we're gonna lower it to the ground and just lay here for a second. I'm gonna do my best to not fall asleep, but it does get relaxing sometimes. And okay. Hips. Back to windshield wipering the knees, because that gets like hip movement going. Left to right. Slowly. Slower. Stretch my toes towards the front of the room. Towards the front of the room. Stretch my toes back towards me. Towards the front of the room. Back towards me. I don't know why, but I'm like so relaxed. And I haven't even like moved the energy up from my hips all the way up. So now we're moving. I'm just laying flat on the bed and I'm moving like my tummy up and down. So it's like the energy is moved from my hips into my tummy area. And so we're just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but like a snake, I guess, like a slithering up and down, up and down, up and down. I've never done breath work as like intentionally as this. So maybe it's a breath work. So it depends on what you have going on in your life. I'll just take one. All right, now we're in the upper part of the belly, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. I don't know how to imagine ecstatic energy flow, so I'm just doing what feels good. And I'm doing my best to not fall asleep, so if I drift off for a second sometimes, it's okay, because I do come back. Hands on my throat. Feels nice and warm. I don't know. This feels kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. And the directions are gone, so laying on my left side. I'm just gonna move my hips back and forth while laying on my side. So like that, I can do that. Because then it's like active, but like still laying down and like moving energy up my hips. Imagine if you were like facing someone and pushing your hips into them. Take that however you like, but it's just different. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to do that for a while, and then we'll see how that moves. But just, I can do that. Because it always felt kind of weird. Now I'm going to put the pillow below my hips and push my hips into the pillow. Take that as you like also. It's more active than it was last time. Now I'm laying on my stomach instead of on my back. Definitely a lot more active for sure. Maybe we need to be sitting on the pillow. I'm gonna be sitting on the pillow and imagining my hips going into the pillow. This is so strange. Okay. And I put my hands on the headboard to like brace myself. My hips are going into the pillow. Just pushing back and forth. Back and forth. Instead of just laying on the bed on my back. Much more active. And the energy is moving from my hips on my body into my chest. Into my throat. And one hand on the hip, the other hand on the headboard, just to like steady my body and push me further into the pillow. Now I'm sitting down further into the pillow instead of up. So this movement is going backwards. I'm putting both hands on the pillow, like as if it were someone's chest. Like I'm bracing my hands on their chest. Let me slow it down. Slow down. And prolong. Let me go. Up and down. Let me go. Up and down seems best. I was going to do left to right, but it doesn't seem to work that way. Neck back. Coming out of my neck into my throat. Lean back on my hands and still push into the pillow with my hips. Slow. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm just gonna push into my hips for as long as I can. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Put my hands on my breast, like, and then undulate in like eights. Ups, circles. All right. Now my knees are into the bed, and I'm pressing into the pillow with my knees and my hips. Ow! And my breasts, like, squeezing the pillow. Squeezing the pillow. Squeezing the pillow as hard as I can with my knees and my hips and my body. It's hot. Spread my knees as far as I can. Push into the pillow. The head is on the headboard. Pushing into the pillow as hard as I can. Harder into the pillow. Hold on, it's hot. I'm trying. Hands up on the what's it called? Hands on the mattress. Pushing into the pillow with my hips. Squishing the pillow between my hips as I press up and down. Squeeze my knees. I squeeze my knees. driving into the mattress, into the pillow. Hey, back is off. I'm sweating. Hold on. I gotta think for a second. Okay. I was like, I gotta like think. I gotta calm. Okay. Totally was not expecting any of that. I don't know what to say to that. Because that was just, totally unexpected. That was, I don't know what that was, but it was nice, even though I'm sweating and I'm hot now. I guess I need to get off my back more. And like, literally get off my back. Get off my back. Don't put so much pressure on myself. Just let things be. What's that song? Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. I just need to be like that. And whatever will be, will be. The future is ours to see. I think that's how the line goes. Let's see. yeah, so that was day 24. Tomorrow's day 25. I'm a little hot, so I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't know what day 25 is. You're just going to have to tune in tomorrow and see how day 25 goes. And now that I've figured out the secret to get off my back, maybe things will be more interesting for the last 6 days of the series. So, anyways, hope you enjoyed it. 30 days of pleasure. Day 24. We are 80% of the way through. Locked and loaded. See you next time.